like a
that she was the only one that did what we were supposed to do, but I was just playing out my character.
Wait, did what you were supposed to do?
Yeah, you said in the dreams. The turtle guy, after we did all that weird dreaming stuff, the turtle guy said that she was the only one that did the right thing in the dreams. And I was just like, I was playing out my character.
Yeah, her character.
I
is
didn't
just
remember
more
making a judgment call.
Yes, you
Her
did.
character's just
I'm
kind of
sorry.
more naturally
Maybe
inclined
I was
to
just
do
giving
that
you a hard
sort of
time.
thing.
To be good.
I don't think I actually believed that, though I might have said it to mess with you. I'm sorry. At this point,
That's right.
though there were some really good rolls for a few of you. Okay, so to recap, the last time we met, I ended the stream saying, "Let's see if we can do this faster than 4 weeks from now." And almost to the day, we are at 4 months later.
Yep.
So the power of trying to sell a house mid-semester and then
The
some.
power of the
power.
styrofoam.
the thing of just doing everything mid-semester.
Yeah,
is the
just
whole thing.
anything is tough.
And then the end of the semester is even worse.
Yeah, but we made it. It's summer now, and hopefully living closer now is gonna make it easier. So
Hopefully it stays like hopefully the weather stays like this for a longer. It's great, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it
it's,
might
it's
be
pretty amazing.
still
It was sprinkling.
quite
They're
bad.
running around. Yeah, it's kind of coming in and out.
Mm.
Which
I-
for
I
yeah,
do want y'all to know I'm kicking everybody out at 5 o'clock.
that's good to know. So we have about an hour.
Yes.
Well, so it's we get time. It's okay. We're
got
closer. We'll try
time,
and make
dude. We're
better.
good.
Better.
We're
Yeah,
good.
4:51.
it's 3:41.
3:41.
What clock are you reading?
Real.
Okay.
On
So-
his it said 1.
It says 15:41. It's military time.
Mm.
It's
What did you do?
military time. So
scared the
15
kitty.
is 3. If you count from 1 to 12, when you get to 12, instead of going 1, it's 13. So 1 is 13, 2 is 14, and so on and so forth.
All right.
It's the 24-hour clock. What military time?
is. And remind me what level you all are at. Is it 4 or 5?
5.
All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure I had it right.
We've been
In my
in
brain.
5 for 2 years.
You have the whole thing's been 2 years. That's not true. Anyways, but
Took us 2 years to get up 5 levels.
well, yeah. But we're meeting monthly. Well, that's not true. We're meeting like every other week.
That
Anyway,
makes it even worse.
so just as a quick recap, you all had been drawn in the middle of a storm. You were drawn in by what seemed to be a friendly ship into a cove. You started learning a little bit about this, what seems to be almost like a retired pirate's haven where they go to not be bad anymore. In doing so, you...
Please. What?
Yeah.
It's a soda. Do you want one?
No.
Sure. If I'm allowed.
Yes. That's why, Micah. They're actually for Mom.
Oh.
Go ahead.
he already said yes.
The day I brought him home. Go ahead.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
So,
Get ices.
Wait, ices? I don't think we have
do
ices.
one and split it by putting
Just
ice in
give him the poppy. It's fine.
Give me a minute.
I was gonna recap, and now Micah needs a soda pop.
It's
What's a
not
poppy?
even a soda.
No brand
It's-
placement.
It's like got 5 grams of sugar in it. It's a prebiotic type of soda.
Huh.
So it's not actually soda. It's got like watermelon flavor, stuff like that.
They probably
pre-
shouldn't waste
It's a
supply.
prebiotic soda. So.
I believe there was some of it.
I just get them for Lacey because she doesn't want to be drinking regular soda and stuff.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
do drink regular soda.
There we go.
I've been doing a bit more of the zero lately.
We don't drink soda in this house, so.
Okay. So
Fools.
you guys went into this cove. You started meeting some people. You had an encounter with an aged, I want to say turtle, but my brain is spacing a little bit. It was a turtle, right?
Give me a poppy, Micah.
In doing,
I said you can have a poppy.
I know, but
and
we have
you
ices.
can have a poppy. It's part of the fun.
Instructions
Part of the fun.
unclear.
So, Turtle, you each had kind of a test of sorts where you explored in dream fashion part of your backstory and may have been given boons or something, depending on what your roles looked like and how you role played that out.
They gave me boons?
Boons, like you may have gotten some sort of positive. Hard to say. Only time will tell.
What do you think he said?
Like Boone's Farm, that liquor. I'm like, why would he be talking about that?
No, like the like
This
a
is
boon
an
isn't a
SFW
good
campaign.
thing.
Got it.
Yes.
I've never heard of
This
it
is a
being
safe
called.
for work
Would
campaign.
you
It is a
rather
little
have
more
gotten
Elizabethan, I guess.
Greg, this is a safe for work campaign. We don't talk about that here.
I didn't. Well, and I don't really know alcohol, so I didn't even know that was a brand.
No, he was.
Frankly, so you guys were tested. Then they gave you a mission. They're like, "We'd love to help you. We were just wondering if you could help us with this thing real fast." And they sent you to go resolve something that their people haven't been able to. There have been attacks. They sent you to the location down one of these cave tunnels a little further from the main community. In doing so, you followed what appeared to be trails of scratches and tracking whatever monster did this. You discovered that it seemed like these lined up with some sort of draconic style clause. In following along and doing your investigations and whatnot, you tracked what turned out to be a two-headed, one-winged, greenish dragon of sorts. Some of you got a little afeared by some of its ability to do frightful presence.
So
And we left off at the end of a round with
there were two more, but we were like, I was like, I don't want to get rid of. You just freaked me out so bad. I thought that there was like a fake human sitting here. Because you were like dead silent, and that's totally something Maddie would do, is like put a wig and a hat. It just freaked me out.
Greg, is there something about her you're not telling us?
Who, my daughter?
She's a real human, correct?
She is, absolutely. Last I
You should be
checked.
more concerned about you being a real human.
Valid.
Yes.
Good point.
We're all characters in our own adventure, wouldn't you say?
All aliens in our own minds.
I don't need more existential.
Actually, that's the only place we're not an alien, because that's home.
Yeah,
for
like,
all of us.
seriously, Greg. I don't need any more existential crises
Okay,
this
then
year.
don't ask me philosophical questions.
I'm not gonna give up.
I'm just kidding. This is my favorite.
So it's my favorite.
You, why do you do this? I have ammo right here.
So
Stop
I was gonna keep.
knocking over the dice.
I got ammo and a good throwing arm.
So I was gonna keep recapping.
Okay, sorry.
There was a series of activities that you guys entered into combat. Some of your characters learned about dragons and how they usually operate. You also, in the process of going to find whatever was attacking you, say your characters again. Actually, we should. Nora, right? My brain just spaced. Nora, the Dragonborn, realized that she went to like look up or jump and realized that suddenly she has wings. They sprouted and she was able to lift. She gained a flying speed. And then in this realization, she made a couple attacks, but then she picked up our kobold friend to do an airstrike. And that's, I think, where we basically left off.
This is a flyby.
So you have. So I don't have the map, and I'm sorry I left everything on campus because of the move. But you all are within. You two are. She's grabbed you. You're about 20 feet up in the air, 15 feet up in the air, 20 feet from this creature who is up on top of a like a cliff, like inside a very large cavern up on a cliff, basically, and had been hiding. It had been revealed. The two of you were, I think, trying to run across the ground to get there. You're about 30 feet away and 20 feet down. If that helps just to get some basic measurement. We'll go a little fast and loose with movement and that sort of thing, but I think we're going to start. Let's just have everybody re-roll initiative since I have it, but it's better. It's easier than looking up. And might give some chance for a little new.
D20 again?
D20, yeah.
It's going to be a
plus your dex bonus.
By the way, these dice hate me. Greg.
Yep.
After we're done here, there's a story I want to tell you about that I learned from.
Excuse me. Forgive me.
I like it. Tell me later.
Forgive me. I apologize for that.
Oh, good you.
If only my brother would act like
Today's
that
the
whenever he burped.
18
in public. 18, sir.
Okay.
I got 4.
Okay. So Lifter is 18. Nora is 4. Okay.
Seven! Whopping 7!
Thanks.
I quit.
Chemo's 7.
Already?
Already, I'm
Nora,
done.
and then
Baby.
Wait.
how about pancakes?
9. I keep
She-
forgetting that your
She
name
was
is
asking if her and
How? I'm
Paige
like
Piper-
the most rememberable character. I'm the most
It's
memorable
because-
character
it's
here,
because
just
it's
because
so-
my name is
so
so
true.
dumb.
It's because it's so unserious that it makes it amazing. Just that.
I
no,
I intentionally picked like the most ridiculous name that I could, so you guys wouldn't forget.
That's what I already told
so
her. I
I
don't know
won't
why
forget.
she's asking you again.
Okay, awesome. You
And
guys
so
have
that I
fun,
could
okay?
justify it in giving him like a goofy
Love you,
personality.
baby.
By goofy, I mean constantly picking fights.
My brother in Christ, this is D&D.
Yeah.
You don't need a justification for goofy antics.
Valid point.
I know.
Okay. So with
One
that,
to one. And I didn't
So,
want
Lacey,
I didn't
Yes,
just
sir.
I already
text
told her
what
that.
I know, and that's what she answered.
Oh,
I
okay.
was calling
Excuse
her
and
back. She called while I was
explanation.
outside. I think she called
Okay,
me
okay.
first
I'll be
and
back.
then
I gotta
called you.
put this back in my room.
okay.
I'm all about the laziest way to do anything.
No,
because I
that's
hate cutting
smart.
fruits and veggies. They have no way to-
Okay. So at the top of the round though, the one-winged, two-headed green dragon appears to having a faster reaction to seeing the wings appear on Nora. Takes a step back and is able to respond faster than some of you guys.
It is offended. It is offended with Nora for having more wings than itself.
Or it seems they've finally sent something that could reach me up here.
Agreed.
Space. I
Yeah.
think you all, for those of you who understand Draconic, you'll hear it in Draconic. Well, we'll have to make this a little bit
And I'm like, listen, I
interesting.
have all my fingers. I was like, that's just
Are
dumb
you
luck.
not entertained?
He's probably right. And I teach Maddie
Well.
not to cut like her
I
muffins.
was making a
Is
movie
it-
reference.
is
I
it-
got it.
But I do.
I
Is it
You
bad
better.
that when you said that,
Otherwise,
instead of
you're
hearing it in the
going
voice, I
across
just
the
pictured
giant
pancakes suddenly gaining armor, just
If
going
you
in.
cut it on
No,
cutting
just
board,
just pancakes,
Yeah.
suddenly
So I didn't
having
do it.
a serious, normal voice for once, going.
So if you put it on the cutting board, you go.
Okay.
And then
So-
reverting
And then you
completely
just
back to
set
normal.
the- Right. And you
So,
just cut thing in
with that,
brown slices.
the creature will step up to the edge of the rock, having collected
Lazy girl's way
itself.
to cook.
You will watch as one of the heads seems to kind of move back and forth, and the wing flooshes out. Floosh, that's a word. That's what makes sense onomatopoeia-wise
I
for me.
understand. I
Yeah.
understand it.
And the creature's basically going to lean forward, holding on to the rock. I'm going to have you do a dexterity check. It got a nat 1.
Here, I got you.
I'm glad I did that.
He
So,
falls and breaks one of his
usually
necks.
this doesn't seem like it would. It seems like a normal thing it would try.
Interesting indeed.
So,
Grab your phone.
what it does,
Look at the table and see if something will pretend
It's fine.
Taking a watermelon bath, huh?
I'm fine with it, yep.
so as it goes to lean forward off of the edge of the cliff, it puts it within 15 feet of the air strikers as it leans forward and tries to kind of get right within range. And so what's going to happen is it's going to lean forward, it's going to cast color spray, and a dazzling array of flashing colored light will spring from its claws rather than hands. And how many hit points? Okay, so can I get everybody? We have 4 people. Can I get everybody to roll 2d10s? And that, Mila, that can include you. You can roll 2d10s. Come grab my dice.
Can I use my 2 d10?
As long as they're 2d10s.
53.
So give me the
That's
sim.
8.
D10s. 2 D10s.
I know, 53.
Should've got them over here. No, just
D100?
so 5 and 3.
No,
So 8.
2 d10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Those for her. Were for her.
5 and 3. You got a
Yeah,
5 and a 3.
'cause she
Not
rolled
a-
the- she
not
rolled
a
her
D100. If you
Yeah.
You said 2d10.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I just don't need the 0, so it's 8.
You're looking at it like a percentile
Milo, I'll need
die,
those back. I just
I
need you
got-
to roll them.
Yo, Greg,
where it'll give you a
I
number
got
between
a
1 and
1 and
100.
a 40. So,
So 1 and a 4. So treat them. Just remove the 0 if you're doing percentile die.
so 5.
5. 18. So that's 23.
I said 80.
Yes. 8. So that's 8 and 8, 16. Plus what did you get again? 5. No, I said that wrong.
What?
23 plus 8 is 31. What did you get? 9. Makes it
8,
40.
9 and 8, 17.
Oh,
But
17.
you're not the only person
So
that I
48.
know that does not.
Evan, what'd you roll?
8.
It just looks so good.
56. Okay.
You rolled 2 4s?
No, I rolled a 7 and a 1.
Cool. Ouch.
Okay.
See, this is
Sorry.
the dice. This is the dice set that's good. This is the dice set that's always bad for some reason.
And it's the bone.
I should never. They're not bone dice. They're metal dice.
So, for Evan and Nora, how many hit points do each of you have?
29.
46.
Okay. And I was at...
Wait. Why do you guys only have 20? Have points in the 20s?
I have 39.
What do you have?
He's a wizard.
I have 30 maximum, but 29 currently.
Yeah.
I've got 46.
I'm a rogue.
So, casting color spray at 3rd level, you had 56 hit points, I think, to work off of, and you had 29, so 29 of those go away. No, not losing them. But you are, let's see, if you are less than,
So we're trying to
Where
start
did
a
it go?
compost, but we haven't sorted that out.
starting with the creature's lowest hit
We
points,
are.
you will be blinded until the round is
Our
over.
worm farm is doing good.
Evan,
Okay.
The
You'll be
worm farm
blinded.
is doing good,
and that
baby?
leaves
Worms
us
are still
30.
alive.
Sorry.
So we have worms,
27,
we have
but you have,
so
that's
the
not how many
compost
points. Okay,
soil.
so Evan, you are blinded until the end of the round, it says.
Just start
Duration is 1 round. This must be like the new rules.
Just start shooting.
Hold on.
Did you
Or something funny. Let me just make sure I'm reading.
I don't even care if it has
Duration
just
of
start
round?
shooting.
Yeah. Okay.
Would that just be until the start of my next turn, basically?
Yeah, it was weird. I think that this is the updated 2024, and I'm just getting used to it. Until the end of your next turn, or the caster's next turn. Yeah, so actually,
Okay.
my next turn.
Just start blasting.
So you're blind. So that's the one thing. That's the action. As a bonus action, this creature is going to. Actually, no. So it casts a spell, and as it's doing that, it's trying to hold on and use its movement to hold on to the cliff. It doesn't succeed, and it starts tumbling down the side of the cliff, landing with a plum. Here, landing floppy, unexpectedly. So you're blind, but it's now at the bottom of whatever cliff it was standing on. Let's have.
Is that within melee range of them, or like so
It
that
can
they
be.
can reach?
Will you give Mila a d6 to roll, and let's have you roll a d6 as well. And Rifter, you're going to be next after this. So,
I gave her a d6 very quickly.
so Mila, roll me a d6. Just one of them. I don't. You decide. Okay, 2.
6.
Okay, this thing takes 8 falling damage, is what it is. Okay. All right. So with that, that's going to be its turn because falling is its movement. because it failed its dex save. That brings us to Rifter. Just playing.
Let's see. How big is the dragon again? Like in terms of the D&D size?
This one is.
I dropped the die again.
So this one is presenting as a large creature. So it's like 11 or 12 feet tall.
I'm just asking because I want to know how much lethal force I should be
Asking
using.
for
Because usually if it's smaller, I can reason with it. Because I can put the fear.
Do whatever your character would do. But it's now I think about 20 feet away from you two. On the ground, there is a.
I can reach that with 15 feet extra movement. Might as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna run.
So you run up to it.
I'm so used to playing Baldur's Gate where all my actions are just easier to choose from.
Oh, D&D, where it's like live and you have choices.
Oh, it's raining again.
What you making, baby? Watermelon salad?
Any
We only
wait,
have a little bit
great.
of watermelon, but I
Yes.
figured I could make it so that
Yes.
Little
you
lemon
all have a
juice?
good try.
Yes.
Good.
That's the way
I'm going
That is
to.
the
I'm going to attack it with my chainsword,
Okay.
which is
Yep. You're
one-
using your new fancy chainsword thing.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Probably.
That's cool. That's cool.
How did
Like
he
the
acquire this
bag,
new
right?
fancy
They look
toy?
like a
He worked
I
on
made
it.
it.
He made it.
Yeah, they're
He's
the
been
show.
working on it. He asked a wee bit back.
Yeah, so
I'm
use them
taking
for a few
commissions.
things. We just found out how to make
I'm not giving them.
toothpaste out of eggshells.
I'm good with
Okay.
what I got.
So you go to attack it with your
You probably
chainsword.
won't let me.
In which form?
Baking
It depends on how much you're willing to pay me. What?
In which form?
The actual, the
you-
bastard sword form.
Okay, so
Foil
make your attack.
those,
Okay, so
and then
And my
let
character's
them dry.
fine, I'll do it
And then we need
myself
to run
kind
them
of guy.
through
fine.
a
I'll do
processor
it
mix,
myself.
grind them into
Alright, so
powder.
that's
So if you
And then
if you make him
mix
pay
it
like a
14.
dime extra, he's
The
just gonna
baking
make him
soda
he's gonna make his own
and
one, make a mess probably.
Coconut oil.
Just
Coconut oil is
barely,
antibacterial.
yes.
And
So you
then-
managed to
Have you
succeed
ever heard of
against
oil
its
pulling?
against its scaly hide.
So your mouth
Yes.
actually
I
has
kinda
like
figure a
really
dragon's
rich
natural
white
armor would
your
be
teeth,
higher,
the rest
but-
of you, it's castrated.
It's
They have to make
This
it
is
balanced.
this is a dragon with two heads and one wing. It seems a little funny.
They love
we
it.
have
They
it
but
in
it-
a box in their
hiding
cage.
down in a
Yeah.
cage, which is not normal dragon behavior. But yeah.
I mean, usually they hide in a cage, just in a mouth.
So that does hit. So what's your damage?
Let's see. So it's a 1d10 for damage with that sword.
Sure.
9.
Um,
9 damage. Awesome.
so.
Okay.
If
And
you
what
put,
else do you have on
like,
the? Or would you say you do anything
oil
else?
in your mouth and you run it, push and pull it through
Let's
your
see.
teeth
Bonus action.
for 3 to 5 minutes every day. It helps to like
I don't have any
purify
bonus
your
action
blood in,
spells
so many
either.
ways.
So.
Hmm.
It cures gingivitis and cavities.
Nope.
Like, it does a lot.
Oh crap! I
So
have
anyway,
to roll
that's why you
initiative
use the
for
coconut oil instead of other oil.
Hakeem. I forgot about
but you
him.
put those 3 things
He just goes
together.
after you.
Okay.
Is he here in this one? You guys didn't leave him back at the ship or anything?
I think we did leave him at this
Oh, that's
ship.
right. We did leave him at the ship.
Along with the goblin or the
The
gator
Gator
boys.
And
Yep.
Gator boys.
it's supposed
The
to
Gator
help
boys.
heal cavities.
Yep. Okay. So
Dave's been
Anything else?
dental.
Nope.
okay.
And so
No useful
he's
bonus
trying to
actions for
find a
me.
way that he doesn't-
All right. So then that brings us to pancakes, and then Hemo's after pancakes.
Okay.
Decent.
I'm blinded. What would that entail?
So it means when you
So
attack,
that's
you
one
have
of the things that
disadvantage.
work. We also
Okay.
And I'm gonna, if you do go to attack, I'll have you make a perception check to see if you know where he fell.
Okay. I'm just gonna
grind
wait,
it down.
I don't have spells
and
right
mix
in the
2
spellcasting
tablespoons
character.
of it with a gallon of water. We use that to fertilize
Yeah,
the
I
plants.
kinda just have guns.
We also put the
Okay.
I'm just gonna
eggshell
make
powder
3
on the
attacks.
plants before we plant them.
Okay.
Because that helps
Just
with
casually
some
make 3
calcium
attacks.
and
Wait,
other
can I make
minerals in
3
the
attacks?
herb.
No, wait, I don't have
And
extra
then,
attack. I'm thinking of a different character.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what
2
else.
attacks.
I'm trying to find a way to use all the
So that's
Yeah.
a.
You know, like to replace the.
Wait, so that's +6 for that one, and +3 for that one. So that's gonna be a 15 and a 19. Oh wait, then I have to roll disadvantage for those.
Yes. So we'll take that as a 15.
Because
Alright.
So that's gonna hit.
So
because
these,
you're blinded.
this is one shot. This is
Yes.
the other. Rolling for this one. That's
Well, I was
a natural 1.
so just roll. We'll take those two. Just roll one more. Roll, and then we'll take the second two as well. Yeah.
And then this is a 9 plus 3.
Okay, so we've got a nat 1 and a 15.
No,
So-
not 1 and a 12.
You're 9 plus 3, so 12.
But disadvantage. Well, I took the first two as one set.
Oh.
Either way, you got one attack.
Okay.
So yeah. So one of those is going to go through. Either way. So you manage to hear it tumble and crumble, and then you hear the slicing of the sword that Rifter pulls out and slices with. And that helps you kind of get that. You kind of walk in the shot. So one of the shots goes off. That's the nat 1. You're like completely off in a different area, and you're like, no, that's definitely not it. And so you go from there.
All right.
And you hit with 1.
Uses bullet.
That's a 1 and a 3.
Basically.
Wow.
So total of 4 damage.
Do I add anything to the damage, or is it just 2d8?
If it's your weapon, I believe it's just the 2d8.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't die.
I just caught my shoulder.
Or was it 2d8 plus dex?
Dex would be for aiming. I don't think you get to add it to the firearm damage.
I don't remember.
So I think it's to your
Yeah, it's
attack roll, but
probably
not
just
to your
2d8.
yeah. So it's the same. I think it's the same with like archery and stuff.
How hard
So-
is it to really?
Are you drawing
like?
my character arguing Drifter?
Maybe.
Maybe, but I made the faces look kind of weird, so I'm not sure what to do.
Trying to see how hard it's raining to determine whether or not I'm gonna go turn the sprinkler system off for the night.
It's not too
It's
bad.
right-
It's been kind of steady.
It's raining pretty good. I'll have to
It
jump
looks
out
good
there.
right now.
Do what you got to do. You got a bit till your turn comes back around.
Whose turn is it?
Wait, it's
You're
I
next.
wait,
did
did you
just
finish?
use my bonus action.
And were you going to? Are you staying in airstrike mode? Or are you as she carries you?
That's up to her.
Okay.
combo skill.
So you're not, but you're not gonna like say drop me or try and move or anything.
I might ask her what she's thinking now that we've been color sprayed. Or are you color sprayed, or is it just me?
Just you. You both were, but it didn't have enough hit points to get her.
Not saying in character.
It starts with the lowest. That's true.
What are we thinking from here?
You're flying above, carrying him with as he shoots.
I think I hit one. Did I hit one?
He can't see. You're talking. He's talking to you.
I know. Did he hit it?
Yes.
Okay.
With one of the bullets.
Then I would say yeah.
You fired 6.
How does Nora say that?
She just says yeah, you hit him once.
Okay.
Would you rather land, or do you think you can keep carrying me? Because I think this vantage point's pretty good.
Got a better
Yeah, I
idea.
can keep
Airdrop.
carrying you here. I don't think I have any like good berries or anything to cure him from his blindness. So.
No, and it's only
It's okay. It'll be gone by my next turn.
make an Arcana check just to make sure what you said is something your character actually knows.
Arcana check.
You can do an Arcana check too. If you want.
Pancakes,
Just even
casual-
extra
That's a
time.
13 plus 1.
That's good. No.
Breaking news.
Like you know color spray. It's a first level spell.
Breaking
He
news.
breaks the fourth wall from time
Pancakes
to time.
breaks the fourth wall.
I like fourth wall breaky characters.
I like that pancakes breaks the fourth wall because pancakes are so soft and fluffy. With that, we'll go to Hemo's turn if you don't have anything else.
Wait a minute, I just realized only comedy characters are allowed to break the fourth wall.
Why do you think I named them pancakes?
Well, very serious characters breaking the fourth wall would be a little too intense. The audience can handle it.
Imagine John Wick breaking the fourth wall. You know how terrifying
And
that
you're
would be.
next. So, what's Hemo doing?
How far is this thing away from him?
About 20 feet, with a little bit of precarious footing, but I think you guys had been able to figure out where the path was supposed to be. So,
How close are these two to the?
so he and Nora are floating above, like 15 feet, as Nora flaps her newly found wings, and Rifter ran right up with his sword and slicey sliced,
So Rifter's standing right next to it.
and has it kind of pinned against the cliff wall.
Well, there goes Thunderous Strike.
I mean, not
If you
necessarily.
focus it on the dragon and not me, it won't. Missing, hold up.
I'm looking.
Wait, I got a question.
Yeah?
So I know that the actual damage side of it only hits the target. However, me standing that close to the target,
That's what I'm
would
That's what
that,
I'm looking at.
would that deafen me?
So I'm trying to find the. Actually,
He
read
does
what
it,
your
and
spell
then your
description
ears just
says,
go.
or your smite description
Like
says.
ringing.
Because it's thunderous smite.
I've been flashbanged by a thunderous smite.
Yeah, the problem is I don't think it's on here. It's annoying.
But yeah, I'm just wondering. Like I know it's a D&D, and they don't usually
I
take
might-
a whole lot of.
Now that I've signed up, I wonder if it's on here now.
Oh, did you just?
But Greg,
You're like, now that we're back.
wait, Greg, I'm just wondering because I know D&D doesn't take a whole lot of like that like real life things into it, unless it's like very specific things. So I'm just wondering if I'm standing close enough to that target. This is a sound-based attack.
Yes.
After that 300-foot radius
Right.
of sound hits me, do I just go deaf?
So usually, it would be, I would treat it similar to Thunderwave, and Thunderwave is, I think it's I just had
It pushes you back.
It pushes it in a. It's not a cone.
It's a cube.
It's a cube. It pushes in a cube 15 feet. This is a little different because the strike happens when the strike hits is when the thunder goes off. And it only says the target takes extra damage, but what I might do is have you make a con save. So, but either way, are you gonna?
Well, here's the problem. I can't find Thunderous Smite. It only gives me Divine, Searing, and Branding, and Shining.
Okay, I can tell you what. Well, so have you used it before though?
I think I have.
He
yes.
has.
I
Okay.
have.
So what I have here is Thunderous
He's
Smite is a
exploded
bonus
spiders.
action, which you take immediately after hitting a creature with a weapon or an unarmed strike. When you hit it, your strike rings with thunder that's audible within 300 feet. The target takes an extra 2d6 thunder damage. Additionally, if the target's a creature, it has to do a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet back and knocked prone. And you can upcast it higher if I'm understanding it right.
Hey, Micah, what armor does your character have?
Studded leather.
That's funny. It's
Yeah.
Thunderous Smite is not even in the market.
I can't find it either actually. So
That's
yeah, it's kind of funny.
crazy.
Like I tried googling it.
That's
So
like one of the most popular smites
It's
too.
right
isn't
here though, in the book.
First
So
level
weird.
evolution.
So yeah, first time you hit with a melee attack.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's cool.
Yeah. I wonder if because they've been shuffling some things around, or if maybe it got put in a new book. But yeah, basically that. So yeah, so make your attack first.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it with. I'm gonna get up on it and hit it with.
So you're gonna
Thunderous
run
Smite.
up to it.
I'm gonna run up to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you run up to it, it is 12 feet tall. So even Hemo has to like look up a little bit to it, just as you guys are standing
Well,
there.
he's half his.
I'm gonna
He's
run.
half his height.
Yeah.
And you guys did find out the last time that green dragons like elves. Tasty treats wise.
Yep. That's okay.
Okay, so you go make your attack roll.
Dragon steak. Dragon steak.
I mean, we could.
Or elf steak. Depends on what happens first.
Depends on who gets
Here we go. Hang on. There we go. All right. So it is.
It's so uncomfortable.
Attack.
You look so uncomfortable scratching.
And I need to go with the long sword.
Try it.
And how does this work? So
So you've got to make an attack first, and then you add it on after, right? That's how. That's how the
Yeah,
smites
so make
work?
your attack, add your proficiency and your strength if you don't have it programmed in right now.
It was good, yeah.
I should draw.
It has been a while, huh?
it has 11.
I think.
All right.
I think.
Is that
Design up to
with
that.
athletics or with strength?
Your
bonus?
intel
It
is
was a
not
7
safe.
plus 4.
For proficiency or strength?
Or what? I rolled this here.
Oh, okay.
1d8 4.
No, I did. Scroll up for me. This is when my hand.
Did I roll the
no,
wrong
no,
one?
no.
Did I roll the wrong one?
I don't know. It should be plus. So you rolled a 7, it should be plus 7. So 14 total.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, okay. So just barely, like you guys are just
Yes.
barely getting past this creature's natural armor.
Right.
With a 14, you do hit, and so your normal damage goes off, and so if that is
This is damage, right?
yeah.
Where's this damage?
Oh, you're doing it two-handed, right?
Yes.
Okay, so D10 is the one you want to do.
I can't maintain focus with you.
Don't forget my Thunderous Smite.
So then you need to roll for Thunderous Smite another 2d. What was it? What did we say? 2d6 thunder damage. Yes.
2d6. So I roll a
And
d6
it makes a
twice.
strength saving throw.
Can somebody give me a d6, Micah?
Yes, I have a cube for you.
on time, and she's like,
Thank you,
"Oh, I
Mike.
haven't do anything yet."
I'll trust your dice.
Whoa.
Fair enough. Neither do I.
For me, it's been
6 and a
like,
3.
oh.
Okay, so you're
Let's
gonna
hold
do.
on, let's
So
roll
you
this.
have
Let's
your.
Watching my messages.
Huh.
What was your regular damage? And then plus that.
7.
7 plus
Would've gotten a
9.
5.
So you're gonna do 18 damage. What's your spell save? Or your what's your yeah for your smites?
Oh,
Dave, do you want watermelon salad?
I think it's here.
I'd like a small amount, please.
So you save DC's a 13. He rolled a 13 plus bonuses. So did save, so he's only going to take half damage and isn't going to be pushed back.
Okay.
So you're going to take half of the thunder damage though.
I can't tell if Evan hates me or likes
4,
me.
7, 11.
I like doing that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but I can't hear when you're doing that. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Valid point.
Thank you, baby. Mm.
Okay.
Well, what if that was my intention?
That would be counter to purpose of enjoying the game as a group.
Bothering people is how I enjoy groups.
That's not how that works.
Unless you're Misty and Ash from Pokemon.
Valid. Misty and Ash have a special relationship.
Misty, I don't like.
This mint is strong.
So, with that, so that's your attack. Do you have a second attack or something you would do it? That's your attack and bonus, but do you have a second attack?
I think I do now.
I feel like as a
How do I
paladin,
know
yeah,
that?
because you're a paladin.
Bonus action, right?
No, it'd be.
As a paladin, you should have an extra attack by now, right?
I'm
It's
pretty
fifth
sure.
level.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain. I just can't remember where to see it. Paladin.
Attacks per action 2.
There you go. So yeah, you get to swing one more time, but this time without the smite.
Alright. Swing one more time.
So roll another attack roll.
That's the plus 7, right?
Yes.
15.
Cool. That does also hit.
Again.
And so then you roll your damagios again.
As far as we know, anything
That's
better than
1d10, right?
Plus whatever it says. And if you click it, I think it'll do it for you.
for future reference, you guys, anything higher than a 13 seems
9.
Okay. So
But you could add that in it.
9 total damage. So you strike once and you think it's going to knock it back. The thunder damage does go off. Make a constitution saving throw because you're right there. Just from the thunder damage. And it takes another 9
Oh crap!
for the
Might be
second
20.
swing.
7.
And then Nora, it's your turn.
Evan, did you eat my
Constitution saving throw was 7.
Maybe, maybe
His
not.
con save was 7. Okay.
Okay. Constitution. Dirty 20.
Oh, yours. You don't need one.
Oh, it was for him. My
Right,
bad.
because you know I'm standing right there.
Okay, 20's good.
No!
So you see it coming. You know how hemo works, and you're like, "Gah!" or whatever you think your character would say instead.
Let me just spawn in some noise canceling headphones real quick.
Basically,
now. Dang it, Hemo, not again.
Wait, see, the only thing I can imagine is there's just like some sort of sound cue for the thunderous smite. So Ripper's just like, wait, why do I hear conductors?
Very nice. Okay, and so then that brings us to Nora.
If we do turn this into an animated series, it'd actually be really nice to do like sound cues for stuff like that.
You guys are welcome to. I need to have Liala put all of the audio recordings we have from the different sessions from the beginning because I think we've recorded everything.
Guys, can I teach
Most of
pancakes
everything.
fireball?
Yes, over time with a certain amount of resources.
Wait, actually, I have a better idea.
Hold on, it's Nora's turn.
Thank you.
Nora.
How far am I away from the dragon?
So you are, let's see, you were, what did I say? You're 15 feet up, 20 feet away, and then he fell. So you're about 25 feet at an angle, roughly.
Okay.
Oh no, geometry. Wait, hold
It
up.
should be shorter than 20. No.
Okay, so no, wait, so hold up. Right, give me a minute here. So he was on the cliff, he's 20 feet that way.
We can do that, yeah.
So if he falls down, he fell down about 20 feet.
So yeah.
At a diagonal slope. That doesn't work for a triangle.
It should be about 20, we're just going to call it about 25 feet. What were you going to
That
say?
would be an equilateral triangle, so that'll work.
It's a complex shell, like, it's an irregular rock face.
Geometry is fun.
I would want to use my breath weapon since it has a 30-foot range.
Okay.
She looks down.
Yeah.
And because you have the line of what kinds? What kind of breath weapon do you have?
Morning death breath. Sorry, I mean acid.
I think it was acid, right?
Yeah, she was a black dragon.
We had we've had busy weeks.
They all
You know when Princess
What kind of dragon?
arrived when
Oh, black.
they're
You have
in
acid
the
breath.
place with
Yes.
the giant rats,
Mhm.
you hear that like
I was
that
checking if there's
spark
a
of
line
like
on.
the fire's about to shoot up in a geyser or whatever. So Nora starts making sounds like that. But for Nora, I'm sure it's much nicer than a cat with a hairball. What do you have, Nora, as you go to do your breath weapon? What kind was it?
It's acid, but
Okay.
it doesn't specify whether it's a cone or not.
If it's 30 feet long, it's a line. So 5 by 30 is how that works. So,
No, that's the non-red one.
so the two of you, having spent some time with Nora and heard and seen her breath,
Cat's trying to like pull me in or trying to scratch me.
a little bit of both. Usually a little bit of both. So, Hemo and Rifter, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can get out of the way of what you know to be Nora's breath weapon. This creature, however, it doesn't have a chance to recognize it. So for your breath weapon, do they get a dex save normally?
12 dex.
Is the save DC? Okay. So if they beat it, they're not going to take any because they know what this sounds like, and because you are shooting it in a line and they're right there. But if the creature does, they take half, right?
Make a save?
Right? Isn't that what
Yeah.
your breath weapon says? Yeah. Okay. So roll whatever damage you have for your breath weapon. And what was your dexterity saving throw?
Unnatural 17. So
Cool.
I succeed.
Yeah. And then Dave, could you roll for Hemo?
Yep.
So dexterity saving throw
Dexterity.
to avoid what you know to be Nora's acid breath weapon.
We call it morning.
Wait.
I'm dead.
Which roll?
Why
9.
would it hit him?
Because they both ran up and are in
Hey,
active
Lacey.
melee.
But
I'll
said
tell you in
it's
a minute,
straight
but
line.
Sneaky
It wouldn't
Bird
hit him.
Has
You're
an Asian
kind of
chicken
going
that's
over
gluten
them,
free
though.
that you can
You're
have.
up here,
Also,
and they're down there, and
I
so
think
it's kind of
that's
like
where we're gonna
raining
go
down.
today.
So they
They
know
have
to watch
gluten-free
out, but
buns,
Hemo's
too.
not fast enough, and he's gonna take half of he's gonna take
But he's
only.
not on the same square as the dragon.
But there's a line, so every square leading up to the dragon, and the two of them are like side by side attacking the dragon.
see, Leola, here's the way to think of it. So, say you're up here. Me and Hemo are down here. The dragon happens to be right about here.
Yeah, and you guys are side by side.
If
Yeah.
you're coming at him like this, acid is a liquid. You have to remember that. It may be congealed, but it's still a liquid. I'm not saying
Valid, congealed. It's just fun to say.
Yeah, but because it is a liquid, it's gonna drip along that line. So we can use real life to actually make an excuse for this. Because it's liquid, it's gonna drip, and we have to avoid it.
Yeah.
We're still gonna hit him dead
Yeah.
on, but we just have to avoid it.
So I had them roll to see if they would take half damage, and because they aren't going to take full, but they are in the line and they're kind of they know what to look for.
We get caught in the crossfire. It's
Yeah,
simple as
so
that.
there's a little bit of crossfire, and that's okay. They won't die as far as we know.
Also, something that annoys me about Baldur's Gate, you realize there's barely any classes that have healing spells in that game.
Really?
I feel like I've had Cure Wounds, but we
There's
haven't played it that much. We're not at the 100. I'm not even at like 15 hours yet.
Oh no, I've played, like, I've looked at both, like, the only ones I've noticed are Cleric and Paladin.
Yeah.
None of the other classes that have spells have healing spells.
I can't remember.
So the ranger doesn't have the good berry?
I think the ranger does, but that only works on yourself. You can't really heal your other teammates with it. You have to throw health potions.
I don't know. We'll have to explore this and see. But roll your damage for your breath weapon if you didn't
Oh,
yet.
it was 10.
10 total damage. Okay, so Hemo, you take 5 acid damage as you aren't fast enough to dodge out of the way of Nora's acid rain. The creature also takes 5 damage.
Don't get angry at her for your
Thanks,
skill.
Nora.
Don't get angry at her for your skill issue.
You got nerves, Mr. Run into a wall. Let's talk about
Every
skills.
time.
It never cannot be brought up.
You can't keep defining me by my past mistakes, Hemo. Stop it, I'm grown. Alright.
There was one time.
And it was just it was like episode 1.
It was one time.
Can a guy get a break?
It was one time, and it was a reasonable effort. The dice just weren't reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a fun role playing moment. I liked it. All right. So with that, and you guys were learning how to work. Like it was just 2, 3 of you. So anyway, Nora, I think was still asleep in that instance.
Asleep?
Something like that. Like you were behind for some reason. But anyway, so that was your action, Nora. Do you want to move closer? Do you want to drop to the ground? Do you have a bonus action?
Bonus action. I don't know where I would see what spells I have because it's not on D&D Beyond.
It's not, and you didn't have.
Do you know? Do you remember if I have Hunter's Mark?
Yes, you have Hunter's Mark and the whatever.
Ensnaring Strike.
Something.
No, it was another
the other one, the Hail of Thorns.
Hail of Thorns.
Yeah, so you should have Hail of Thorns and a Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark is a ranger specialty thing. So. You doing okay there, Mila?
Judging us silently.
So Mila, if you had a character, where would it, and it heard this, if you happened to be in the cave, and you had a character that heard this, where would it be? If your character somehow got lost in the cave network or had been taken prisoner by this dragon, where would you be? Would you be cowering when you hear all this commotion? Or would you try and come out and help?
Because that's their house. But if you come in my house, I'm sorry, you're like any other.
My house. That's a side conversation. What do you want to do?
I want to cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay. So, and that's a bonus action for the next time you attack?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you power up Hail of Thorns this turn. You'll be able to use it the next time with your action next time. Okay. Any movement? Are you going to fly? Or are you basically spending all your movement to stay steady with, to keep pancakes up in the air?
I don't see why we need to get closer.
Okay, cool. Just checking. So you guys are taking the distance route?
I'm a ranged character.
Valid. Alright, so with that is Nora. Then we come back to the green dragon.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Molly, come here.
Or the green dragon creature. What's up?
I was just thinking that if Pancakes was more serious, he could just be John Wick.
He could, but
A
he's
rogue dual-wielding pistols.
not. Oh. But he's not.
Yeah, we like
John Wick
originality.
line here.
That sounds like something Pancakes would say.
I know.
Except that he only knows John Wick from the kids' books.
From the kids'
From the
Why
kids'
would
books version
John
of the
Wick
stories.
be in
Yeah.
kids' book?
Exactly.
The little candle that could? Something
Yeah,
like that?
something like that. Okay.
It's not John Wick, it's Bon Wick.
Little candle from
Close.
Beauty and the Beast. It's the only wick he knows.
What was his name? He was such a lovable character.
I don't know, but the candlestick?
Yes, the candlestick.
Oh, Lumiere.
The mirror?
Lumiere.
Oh yeah, it's literally light in French.
about you before. Yeah, that, the other one.
The only likable Frenchman.
Okay, so, wow, that's harsh. Hey, Mila, at the top of...
real. Okay,
Mila.
it's fine.
France
You got
is
your
proper.
character sheet? I thought you had your folder.
France isn't even
Okay, do you want to be involved?
It's mass hysteria. France isn't real.
I need a yes or no, or I'm not going to include you. I was going to include you if you're ready for it.
I should not wear them
Why
either.
did you tell me that after?
Because I just decided. Do you want to or not?
She's falling asleep. She's tired.
Okay, fine. All right, cool.
She's dead.
At the top of the... Yes or no?
What was that home screen?
Okay, so you are in a cave. You wake up from because you heard a very loud, thunderous sound echo through the caves. You had been captured and basically saved as a snack for later by a dragon with 2 heads, a green dragon about 12 feet tall, 2 heads and 1 wing. It's a little having some trouble. But you hear this thunderous smite and the sounds of battle. Coming from the thunder is their thing of the stone. So you hear some things, and you think you're probably 20 foot down in a cave, and you're seeing these sounds and hearing some flashes of light.
Hearing flashes of light and seeing sound. I call
You're a synesthete.
Your sight and hearing
Talking
are
is
switched.
hard, huh?
I put words together just fine, thank you.
I don't believe you.
Good. So Mila, what would your character do? You just tell me. You're not in a cell. You were kind of kept and put. You were kept on. You remember being stolen as a snack, knocked unconscious, and you're finally waking up at the end of what feels like a cave that only goes one direction. And so, but you can hear echoes of battle and flashes of light you see coming from the end of the cave.
I don't know what my thought process was, but I vividly
Stop
remember that.
speaking in Minecraft movie.
Yeah, Minecraft movie.
Why would anyone want to not
No,
speak English?
I still want to see that
Mila?
movie.
Wait,
What are you doing?
We went and saw Lilo and Stitch.
Oh. Haven't seen
Okay.
that.
Haven't?
Yes.
It's good.
All right. What kind of character are you? Remind me.
The one we played on the road to.
Do you think that's the answer I'm looking for? What kind of character are you?
What kind? What kind of person?
Who are you?
Race.
What is your race?
What do you look like?
I'm blue.
Well, if you're sad, that doesn't tell me much. Are you a cat? Are you a dragon?
Are you a Smurf? Are you what are those blue people from Avatar?
Right. You're a blue furred cat, right?
A very dark blue.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're
And as you go to crawl out,
Ghosties.
so you wake up from the and you start trying to. How are you trying to exit the cave? Are you being stealthy?
Yeah.
Okay, so make a stealth
I
check.
have no dice.
We can look.
You might ask Micah if you can borrow a d20.
Micah, I need dice.
Wow, I said you might. You might ask, or you could just command him and say, "I need it."
I didn't command him.
I know. May she please borrow a
Give her
d20 to roll.
dice.
All right, Milo, go ahead and roll a d20.
Oh,
She's all like, "Can I play D&D with you guys later?" I'm like, "I'm not sure." So I decide to involve her,
yeah,
and
but
I
why
love
did you-
her
why-
position. So let's do
Why
this
did you involve me after I was already asleep?
because that's where it fit. It's the top of the round. So
Top of the morning.
you never
not
gave
top
me
of
any
the
other
round.
stipulations. So what do we got?
Depression.
Aw. We can work on it.
I got 16.
You're just so fun. I can't.
Community helps with that.
You're just so fun. I can't ever get truly mad at you. You're just too fun.
I have that effect on people sometimes. There are very few people who. Well, that's not necessarily true.
Dear God, you're a bard.
Obviously.
I said
Took you
16.
this long to figure out?
What are you doing?
I said 16.
I didn't hear you. Cool. All right, so you're slow sneaking. Can I have everybody make a perception check?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can make a perception check. You make yours with disadvantage.
Okay.
What happens if you get
That's a
tailed
6
again?
plus.
There's not that in the legacy rules.
That's just a straight 6.
15.
6, 15.
I think I'm finished.
Nora, what's your stealth or your perception?
Oh, we're rolling perception.
I feel like it should be considered heresy if a tabaxi fails a
Why do
perception
we keep
check.
rolling 2? My dice don't like me today.
And then, so not good is the bottom line.
7 total.
Not bad, all things considered. What did what's
13.
13? Okay, so none of you notice because she's being so stealthy. I think, and I don't think it would either. And it's actually, yeah, okay. So Mila, you managed to sneak. Your blue cat creature manages to sneak to the front of this tubular cave that you have been placed in. And you look out and you see that two-headed large dragon fighting. Actually, will you guys describe yourselves? So first, Hemo, what do you look like since your attack was one of the more recent ones?
I don't like doing
Is he purple?
I am
What do you look like?
ugly. I'm a high elf, paladin elf. I got great silver hair.
Lots of armor.
Lots of very noisy armor. I got chainmail on.
Isn't that protected? Considered.
You'd rather have it not.
Hold on, let me go here.
It's more cliche. But
You
it's more
had bronze skin, yeah?
Bronze skin, yes.
Cool.
Somebody remembers.
Nice.
something.
I remember everything about your character. I just want to say it.
Rifter, what do you look like?
He's a red panda.
So you see that guy fighting the green guy. Rifter, what do you look like?
No, we gotta call you a panda now.
I'm not a red panda.
He's a red panda.
No,
Red
he's a
trash panda.
caracal.
What's a caracal? It's a cat breed. Here, Mila, I can look up an image.
What does Rifter look like?
Rifter.
They're young men. They're not children, Dave. Remember that.
What?
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 Mila.
Mila. Yeah.
What do you look like?
Come
I'm
see
sorry
what
for
Virgo
picking
looks
on
like.
you.
You make me want to drink.
Really good coffee.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how you know.
Real
I'm doing my job
strong.
right.
What does Rifter look like for Mila's sake?
I just saw
Milo.
the image.
Okay.
I can't.
Listen, if all you want to drink is coffee, that means we're doing a bad job.
Oh no.
What? It's that means you're activating the need to like keep up. So that's good. All right, fine. Evan and then so Mila, you see Rifter and Hemo fighting the green guy. Evan Pancakes is what kind of character being carried by what's Pancakes?
He's
Up in
He's
the
a
air,
kobold rogue. You see this like 3 foot tall kind of guy.
floating in the sky.
Eating
Yes.
pancakes.
He's got almost like a cloak, kind of tattered. It looks used. And he's got 2 revolvers, 1 for each hand,
So
and then a dagger in his tail.
you see
So it
pointy
doesn't look
metal
like it's been
things.
used in
Yes,
some time.
pointy metal things in his hands because you might not know what a revolver is in character.
I don't.
Pointy metal things,
Is that-
tubes. They look
A
almost like
revolver?
magic wands, but he seems to be holding them funny.
He's holding the magic wand. It's funny.
A revolver, it's a gun, kind of. It looks a little bit like
But
this.
her character doesn't have to know that. So,
I'm
and
not
then
sure she
he's
knows
being
that.
carried by what again? Do you remember? What do you look like as you carry Kobold Boy?
Oh, I am a black dragonborn with.
Say that again.
She's talking. You're a black dragonborn?
I'm a black dragonborn
She's talking.
with I'm pretty sure I designed the character to have like purple pupils and green iris is
Okay.
and she has like webs like coming out of the sides of her face or head and she has a long tail keeping her balanced while she's flying
Milo.
and she has leather armor on.
You got that all, Mila? That's what you look into, Mila. So, you used all your movement, and what would you, if you had one action, what would you do? What's on your character sheet? You just gotta pick one action for me.
Yo, what were the?
Probably just keep watching.
Okay, so you wouldn't try and attack or run away or anything like that?
No.
Down.
I would
Molly,
just-
go lay down.
Can I scoot in between you and Dave?
You want to come over to this side? You think it'll make it easier for you?
No.
Yo, what would
Okay.
a kobold dragonborn hybrid look like? Or play as a
Just
like
a
a
short
character?
Oh,
We could do,
dragonborn. I would run it as
I
a
know, I
short
know.
dragonborn.
I know. You said cobble?
Kobold, yeah?
Oh, kobold.
Did you think Cobalt?
No, I thought cobble, like a cobble dragon.
Oh, interesting. What do you think?
Have you watched Dragon's Race to the Edge?
Sadly, yes.
Well, in one of the more recent series, they go to the island, remember, with the guardian dragons that were made of stone and were kind of mossy and blind, and they had to cover themselves in fruit to escape. Those dragons would be like cobble dragons.
Where are we
in
going?
D&D.
She's coming next to us.
Oh.
Okay. So I would, for a kobold and a dragonborn, I would set up an allele chart for height and skin and stuff. Skin type.
I get to see the DM notes.
Nope. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
so,
maybe you'd roll to see what features you get. Like
yeah,
just flip a
or you
coin.
could roll 1, 2, 3, 4, and based on an allele chart of that, or yeah, there's a couple different ways you
What
could
would
do it.
happen if we made a code?
A cold, bald thing. Hard to say.
Pancake.
With that,
Dad,
What?
you said a cold bald thing.
Hey.
I
anyway,
mean,
so
a person
It'll be cold.
In terms of
Okay.
like, outside of religion and all that, a person is effectively an object, not literally. Not like you get the idea.
I have no idea. But what I will say is it's the green creature's turn, and with
So
The green
consider
creature.
a thing.
so with each of its heads, it's going to take a bite at Hemo and a bite at Rifter.
Fail.
That first one at Hemo is not going to do anything. Oh, jeez. Both it snaps and snaps with its 2 attacks, and clearly that doesn't work. You guys are nimble, and it's a little thrown off.
So it's
Right.
Keep on
So,
rocking,
let's
but you
see.
can't come in.
Nice. And then using a legendary action, it will. That's not it. I thought it was. What's that? Hold on one sec. I had it and then I lost it.
Oh no.
If we ever get to play another campaign, I want to play as like a mimic character.
Ooh, I would be
Like
so
the
excited.
only point of my existence is just to be used as a weapon by the party, and just to like turn into armor for enemies. So they put me on, and I just instantly get spring locked essentially. Guess what? You get some new magical armor and spring lock.
Why does the armor look like a yellow rabbit suit?
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
I'm a mimic colony. I can turn into the whole spring locks.
So, with its
You don't need to know the entire idea. It basically, if a spring lock failure were to happen in some sort of like clothing, spring lock failures can be very like. It's very strong, a lot of force at once, and they can really do some damage to a person.
By damage, you mean absolute infinite death.
so
Guaranteed, yes.
Sorry, he's speaking.
with its wing, it's going to use a legendary action to. It'll kind of both of its bites, and it'll go. This isn't going as I had planned, and will swoosh once its wing at you, the 2 of you. And it will cast Ice Storm.
What?
And actually,
How is that a
instead of
green
Ice
dragon
Storm, it's been around for a while. I was about to say it's actually going to be more of an acid storm than an ice storm. But a hail of rock hard ice or acidic spray is going to pound the ground in a 20-foot radius, or actually it's going to be in a cone out from this creature.
Are we in the cone?
So because of how it's doing it, it's going to kind of angle it so that all 4 of you get hit. So you watch as this creature, while an ice storm might traditionally be like white and hail, what you see is more like intense acid rain.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Do we get the chance to roll for this?
I'm getting there.
Good.
So
Wait, don't green dragons have poison breath?
remember that this isn't breath. This is a spell. It's casting with its 1 wing, and this is not a traditional looking green dragon, is it? So everybody make a dexterity saving throw as this cone of acid rain storm, not you, but make a perception check.
Can I make a reaction as well?
Wait, is it Dex?
Dex saving throw. What's your reaction? Yeah.
Okay, so that's a dirty
shield.
20.
Yes.
Okay. So shield plus 5 AC.
15.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Dexterity. Oh wait, is that a 6? Wait. 18.
Okay. What was yours?
Dirty 20.
Okay. So 15 and above saves. So Nora's the only one who takes full damage.
It's not
Because that's how it goes. So everyone who gets hit by this takes, because of the pelting rain, you're going to take 2d8 piercing damage. Milo, why don't you roll my d8 damage here? So roll 2 of those and add them together for me. And then let's have the 4 of you each roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
D6?
D6, yeah.
Oh, D6.
And these are going to be, and this is going to be acid damage from the rain, acid rain itself.
12.
12 total. Okay. 6, 2, 8, 10, and you got 5? Okay, so 15 acid damage plus 12 piercing damage.
Yeesh.
goodness.
To everyone that got
Full.
We're gonna
So
die.
you take 27, Nora,
Oh my god.
and everyone else takes half. So that's going to be 6 piercing and 7 acid. So 13 damage, 13 damage, 13 damage. Yeah.
handle that.
Isn't it odd how I have like I have +4 constitution but only 10 hit points? I have 12 hit points left.
You're level 1. And what kind of your character is a level 1 for that, remember? So that you get basically like your what kind of character are you? You're a sorcerer, so yeah. That's why. Because you get 1 hit dice plus your constitution bonus. Okay, if I remember correctly. But it's possible you did the math or you set up the sheet wrong. With that, this acid storm spell, and it is an instant. It's not anything that requires concentration. And the area, all of this pelting rain makes the ground so slick and not exactly sticky, but slimy because of the acid, that it makes it difficult terrain to walk around on.
Oh.
So it requires
Good thing
twice as
I'm
much
in the air.
movement to move. That's the green dragon's turn. And then, because the air conditioning's right there, Rifter, you're up.
Oh, yay.
How many hit points does this green dragon have left?
You could make a.
Would that be perception?
It'd be perception or nature.
Insight?
I would say actually medicine or perception is what I would say. Oh, who did? That's the one.
I'm not gonna make it. I was just.
All right, so Rifter's turn.
Rifter's turn.
Yeah, you can make it right now. That's fine. Make a medicine or a perception check.
16.
Let's see. How far away am I? from him
Medicine.
Now? Wait, did you say
You're
we got
right up
one?
there.
Okay.
Both of you are right there.
So we're still right there.
16 on medicine.
So while he's thinking, with your medicine check of 16, this creature looks surprisingly badly hurt. It's probably down to a quarter of its normal hit points. So it's pretty. It's been beaten up pretty bad.
Kill this thing. It's because the air conditioner's on and the air is hitting his ear, so he feels it and it makes his ear twitch.
I should have used absorb elements instead of shield.
So you reacted with shield. What else? What are you doing?
Okay, so for an actual action, I am going to.
Should just give him a random d20. It'll be fun.
Let's see. What other things are bonus actions? Like what other natural things are bonus actions?
You cool with that?
It,
See if I just
it
give,
depends on the
just see what
character
happens
type.
if I give
They're
him a
usually
D20.
special to
Alright.
the particular character. Not all characters have bonus
I'll have to
actions.
go through the
Probably
artificial
never played
thing
with it.
again.
Yeah, I
But,
don't know.
Okay. Then I'm going to make. Let's see.
See, he's gonna play with it. Like, what is
Let's
it?
see. A bonus. You can use a bonus action for the offhand attack, right?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay.
If you take the attack roll and it's a melee attack, you can use your offhand as attack
Make
as
sure
a
he
bonus
doesn't need
action.
it.
So I'm going to put my chainsaw back.
No control.
I'm
in
going
this
to
situation.
pull out my
Go get it.
hand axes. That would be a full bonus action. Wouldn't it?
Be careful how you pull your hand
Not
out.
yeah, just to make the
Yeah.
attack, not to draw the.
Only
axe.
snatched on like the full.
Then
so
I'm
far.
going to attack with them both.
Okay.
I'm allergic to when
one
they
attack
claw me
for
on
the
it.
action and for the offhand
I think
attack. for bonus
everybody
action.
does.
Okay.
But if the bonus action one hits, I'd like to leave it in the dragon.
Okay.
Still don't
And
like
then you're
getting
no longer
scratched, but
blind,
no allergic to it.
koboldy boy. Pancakes is no longer blind. Make your attack rolls for, and remember the offhand doesn't add your proficiency bonus, is what it is.
Where did my gold D20 go? I keep losing it.
Yeah, I was trying to warn you before you stuck your hand in there.
Is it
You
this
could,
one?
like,
Did
pet
you
him
let her
as you're
borrow
pulling
it?
your
It
hand
is.
out and grab his other paw so he doesn't claw you.
This one is going to be the action.
Because he
round.
wants
It's
to
gonna be
play,
the-
that's
Okay.
why he's clawing you.
I like it.
And he does that when he wants you to keep petting him. If you
Okay,
pet
so-
him and walk away, he'll reach out and try and grab you so you can keep petting him.
I see. It's not a great incentive.
Let's see. For the actual action, I rolled
They're all
a
good.
12. I know that fails, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then
You
for
okay?
the bonus action, I rolled
It might
a
itch for a
16.
little bit.
16 hits, so that axe digs in.
Cats
So
have
roll
this
your
weird thing that when you scratch
normal
you,
damage.
I itch, or it might swell up
And
a
I'm
little
leaving
bit.
that one in. And I'm
Yeah,
leaving
that-
that
It's something in their
Okay.
claws.
What do you mean? Like
6 damage.
Something in the
No-
material their claws are
No
made of?
strength bonus.
Well, and like,
No,
I don't know
think
if there's
so.
like
I don't think they are
something in their
pressure
claws, but
What
I
is
know
your
like
strength?
everybody in this
It's a
house
hand
gets
axe,
allergic
though.
to their scratches.
16 plus 3.
I think it just opens.
What's your
a
strength
spot
bonus? Is a plus
for
3?
Your body.
And how it cuts too. They got really sharp claws.
No, that would be.
Yeah.
Is it 16 a plus 3 or a plus 2?
12, 13,
It's fine.
14,
I live with
15.
a
It's
3-year-old.
Okay, so plus 3.
So it's your d6. What did you roll again?
6.
Okay, plus 3, so 9 damage.
Alright.
Okay, and that sinks in. Like you find a spot, like almost like right between the two heads, and it's sinking in, and it seems to be like having like it's leaking substantially the red stuff. So yeah, it's not doing good here. Okay. So is that your turn, or do you have movement? Do you want to run away?
I'm going to back up about 10 feet.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet.
Okay.
And the difficult terrain, so I still got 15 feet left. It's alright.
It gets an attack of opportunity, but does terribly with a roll of 3. So it's a 3, a 5, and a 3 are my last 3 d20 rolls.
Aren't you lucky I'm not a wizard with a super low armor class?
So it doesn't even get to bounce off your shield. It just.
Me when I become a level 20 wizard and I can rotate enemies on the W axis.
That's funny. Okay, so then Pancakes is up, and then Hemo and Nora.
The W axis?
X,
The
Y,
fourth
Z,
dimension.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I was about to say, isn't there
It's
only the
a real
X, Y,
thing.
and Z axis?
I've only heard
Examine
of
your
X,
zipper
Y, and
axis.
Z.
The W is never mind.
You don't get to because you just cut off.
Pancakes. That's part of the fun of a joke. I didn't actually have a punchline, so the punchline is the silence that made it sound like I had one. Pancakes' turn.
Alright.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Time to use guns.
Your imagination is better than mine in this instance.
I like violence. Anyways.
I like violence.
And you can see
Well,
now,
I
so
like
no
it on this
disadvantage.
guy. No crits, but both hits. That's a
If it rhymes, it must be
18
true.
and a 21.
Okay.
Or no, that's an 18 and a 24.
All right.
If it rhymes, it must be true.
It must be.
Yes. Keep in mind that does not rhyme.
So what is your total damage?
Well, I'm gonna roll the damage.
Roll it now.
I'm not using that detail.
And then Hemo, you're up
I'm not
next.
using that detail.
I feel like there should be like a specific aiming mechanic in D&D. What, like you can aim towards a specific part.
There are
Let's
called
see.
shots. Like there are ways to do called shots. I think the new rules might have something they've decided to add, but it's like an optional DM rule if it is. But there are ways to do it.
I'm just asking. I'm just saying because that'd be like really cool. Like say for example, I wish to shoot at the ogre's knee or something.
So what I might do if I were gonna do it is I might ask for a D100 and say like if it's a hit, or if it's in the bottom 10%, your hit misses because you're trying too hard. But anything else, I might spread out at different points of the body depending on what you're aiming at. Okay, so what did you say, Evan? I'm sorry.
14, but
14 damage.
you add your stat to the damage.
Is that for the artificer?
In general.
Is it for your gun?
You're going to.
Oh, I see what. Yeah, I see what you're checking.
Yeah.
You're checking to see if it's more than just.
Yeah.
Everybody gets, well, that's the way it works in a house.
Thing is, firearm rules aren't in this book. They're in the DM's guide.
So
Yeah, that's just
yeah,
because
artificer guns.
that's because this is just the old player's handbook is all.
So, let me see. I'm pretty sure it's just it acts like a ranged weapon, but it does as an artificer act as a magical thing.
Weapons are a part of my religion.
I've played artificers before. They can sometimes have a magical weapon depending on if they decide to.
Well, they can turn a wand into a magical firearm that it's used as a focus, or they can have the actual eldritch.
But more importantly for this right now, all of the firearms I see have no bonuses beyond standard damage, and that tracks.
Proficiency with a weapon allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the
attack roll. Yeah, because that's aiming. So your ability to use the weapon to make the attack is different. The damage is going to be based on the weapon itself. So you said 14 damage.
Yep.
Okay. So it's not dead yet, but this is a serious hit. Where would you? So what does it look like as is this both firearms or just one?
This is both.
Okay, so describe what these shots, how they land, because it's getting really close here. So it's not the death blow, but it's that hurt. So what does it look like for you?
Finger death punch.
Now that you're not one.
I just kind of refocus where I'm aiming, and then shoot twice.
And where are you aiming?
I would imagine the eyes would be a good place to go. Probably
Okay.
won't hit the eyes, but something near.
But basically, you're trying to get 2 headshots. Okay.
Yeah.
Since this doesn't kill it, we'll say that basically you take out the jaws on each, on each of the, like you knock out and break the jaws with your, yeah.
As in like the actual jaws
Yeah.
broken, like the tendons of it are broken.
Like half the jaws shattered.
Just shut him up.
Yeah. Cool. And then
Heavy crossbow to the jugular.
that's what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay, are you stepping back or are you doing it right up in his face?
I'm doing it right up in its face.
So you have disadvantage, but roll. So roll
never
2.
mind. I'll step back.
Yeah, you want some
You
distance.
step back, you're gonna get a. Oh no, he already used his reaction on what's his face. So you can
I
step
could-
back
I
without
could
worrying
do
about
that. I have
the.
100 feet.
So his reaction's done. So go ahead and roll your normal attack as you take 5 or 10 feet. You step a couple steps back and aim your crossbow.
Imagine point blanking someone with a heavy crossbow.
I've point blanked someone with
You got a nat 20?
in D&D.
Show me. Let me see.
It's unnatural.
Oh, okay. I thought it was natural.
Unnatural.
Right, 20 hits.
Would have been 27.
Yeah.
Tackled.
So 20 hits.
Like some sort of giant
So you can roll your damage as this crossbow
I also have
lands.
guns on me with that character.
Was that campaign run by Greg?
6.
No.
Okay.
And
6 damage.
But I was a
We're gonna do it again. I
You
have
get to do a second one?
yeah.
Okay, so let's see the second one. This thing's, it's like not
And
looking
dual
good.
wielding. And the gunner feet, which means that I don't incur disadvantage from being within 5 feet with opposing range weapons.
So what? You just do die?
14.
Well, except
14
for
to hit?
super dex based.
Okay, barely hits, but what's your damage?
I couldn't do much else.
So Miley, you're
other
seeing
than
all this from the open
shoot.
portion
7.
of your cave. Okay?
I was an Eldritch Knight.
Okay. So Hemo taking his crossbow and taking 2 shots with the heavy crossbow aimed at, you said, the jugular in each neck. So you take out the jaws with your weapons. Hemo takes out, gonna go straight for the throat. What does it look like as you finish this creature off?
Oh man! Dang it! Here I was hoping I was going to be able to cast heat metal on the axe I left in his.
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, I'm
You still
sorry,
can.
dude. As
I'll do it when I'm cooking it. Okay.
as it goes, as the
Let
second
him
arrow
cook, chat.
hits it in the neck, it goes through, and you can see the blood splatter.
Oh, like on the back of the cave wall behind
Yes, on the back of the cave wall.
She is now covered in
It
blood.
just,
No, she's over.
it just keels over.
Okay.
It screams really loud.
I can't imagine
Gargling.
Yeah, gargling. Yeah.
Yeah, and it falls backwards into that smear and then hits the ground. Nora, you've got a moment where you don't know it's dead. What was your last thing you were gonna do? Because you had activated Health Thorns, I think.
Oh.
You just Mortal Kombat.
But you wouldn't know because you can't see everything. Or like you can, but there's a reaction time. So what would you be doing? What was your next turn plan gonna be?
I was just gonna use a bow and arrow if Evan wanted to get put back on the ground.
All right, so make your attack real fast. If you
Well,
were
I'm
gonna,
still holding Evan.
well,
I'll just drop.
okay. So you drop, you like Evan, you're good, or how would you
It's
say?
not like he's riding on my back. I'm
Well, I was
holding
thinking you were holding
him.
him, like holding him with like your legs or something. But
What? No, I'm using my arm.
okay,
She's a spellcaster.
I
You
thought it
think
was
she
like a
can do
reverse.
that?
So okay, anyways.
Deployable pancake.
So
activate.
what would that conversation look like? You're distracted having this conversation. You don't see that the creature's been killed. What would that conversation look like? So you're talking to the kobold that you've been holding up, right?
I can just imagine her like.
So Evan.
Combo.
No, I'm just waiting for his signal.
And
He hasn't
instead of
said
like a
for me to
parachute
put him
or like
down
reverse
yet.
thrusters
Okay.
or anything.
That's
You would
all. And
use it
technically,
rubber
I didn't
duck.
ready an action.
Well, no, that's what I'm asking because you had Hail of Thorns ready.
What am I just
Like
saying?
from the
Either
last
that, or
turn, you
just start doing
heat
that,
it up
like,
as a bonus action.
Penguins in Madagascar when they're
So
falling
what were you
from
planning on
lightning.
doing?
Yeah, you just start spinning. There's lights on
I
fire.
was just
That
planning to
would
use
be
my
very
bow and
nice.
arrow if
Is it no- is
he
it bad
wanted to put, if he wanted me to put him down.
Okay, are you gonna ask him or are you gonna burn your turn? Are you gonna say like, okay, do you want me to drop you now and I'll hit it with an arrow, or what are you doing?
I don't think the bow needs to be shot immediately.
Fastball.
I'm just
smash.
asking for you to play the turn how you normally would without knowing that the creature died. How would you do that?
Shoot.
Just cast a spell or something, or kick it.
Do you need to drop Kobold, or like is that what you were gonna do? Do you need to ask him if he's ready to fall, or so you can take a shot? What would you do?
I just did it just in case.
Okay, so what would you do on your normal turn next? What was your plan? If the creature's still alive, what do
I
you do?
didn't have much of a plan. I told you my plan.
Okay, so you're just like, so it's your turn, and you're like, Kobold, you did a good job shooting. Like, do you say anything to him?
No.
Okay, so you're just staying. So you're kind of skipping your turn.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure and give you a chance to do something. With that, the creature, so Nora kind of waiting to see what the kobold needs. You all notice that the creature has slid down and fallen to the ground, slumped over.
Uh-oh. Battery's low.
So, you all are now out of combat. The creature has fallen, you guys have hit it with axes, you've
Turns 5 o'clock. And
pigeonholed it, and
It's
you've,
okay.
with a variety of different things. And then you are looking on from the side in stealth mode, and no one seems to have noticed you. So, what would anybody do when they finally realize that it is over, we're out of combat, out of initiative? What's your first steps?
I'm having to resist the urge to say loot the body.
Trying to rest because it's been
Why
rough.
resist? Loot the body.
Okay, so
The scales can be.
you're gonna like I'm sitting in character. What does that look like when you're like
I'm just gonna sit down for a minute and just admire our work.
Okay.
Since he got the finishing blow, I'm just gonna say, you want anything off this? You killed him.
Yeah, I'll take some scales.
All right.
Oh, I need those.
And then they're like 20
I think I'll take
pounds
a few
like
as well.
Save some for Rifter too.
He can grab his own.
I'm just
Grab your own.
I'm just gonna hand pancakes.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'll toss some to Rifter.
No. I'm just gonna
So
hand
first,
pancakes. One of my.
You're
axes
flying.
and
You're floating up in the sky. You have to communicate.
Oh right.
I'm just gonna
I think
toss pancakes and
it looks dead. Let's
so that he
go
can
back
just
down.
start carving
Okay,
off.
I drop you off then.
You drop him
I.
off. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, and
drop
you
him
get
off.
handed an
I
axe
have
to
been
help with the
afflicted by
cleaving of
gravity.
the dragon creature.
I got a knife.
Wait a second, hold up. Can I
You
just
always have a
can I
knife.
just roll to
It's
see
usually just
to
curled
like
up on my
go for
character's tail.
scales that have specifically not been
You just
know,
kind of hold it there.
damaged?
Yeah. So if anyone who's wanting to loot the body, well, first let's just see what everybody's doing, and then I'll have you guys make rolls. So Nora, you set down pancakes. What are you doing after that? They look geared up to start like trying to take things from the body.
We got to get trophies, man.
Hunters use the body.
What are you doing?
I would just grab one scale and let the boys destroy this thing.
Okay. For the three of you, make a survival check to see how well you loot this dragon creature. Mila, what is your character doing here?
I don't know what my survival check is because
Well,
it's just
you
a
were
20.
resting, so you
Oh,
were
okay.
resting. You don't have to make one.
Sweet.
Yeah. Mila,
My survival's +0, so it's
Oh,
just a 7.
are you just watching them as they kind of hack up your captor? Okay, you're just seeing, you're kind of still stealthing. Okay. Cool.
Unnatural 20, my good sir.
Unnatural 20, you said?
Yes. I got an
Okay.
18 with a +2.
And then, Evan, what was yours?
7.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So with a 7, Evan, you can get you can get 10 dragon scales.
All right.
Rifter with you said a 20?
Mm-hmm. And I'm looking specifically for like undamaged plates or scales.
Roll a roll 3d4s.
3d4s.
And then what was yours again?
This D4.
17.
Okay, so roll 2d4s. What do you? Oh, you were trying to just get one scale, right? You succeed. So you can get one dragon scale trophy.
7.
You find a really good one though. It's nice and shimmery and stuff.
Yay.
7. You find 7 dragon scales.
Okay.
That are in really nice shimmery condition. What with your 20 and that, you also managed to
get some teeth.
You can take some teeth. You can roll a d4 for teeth that are salvageable because the jaw was pretty beat up.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did shoot.
So you get two teeth from this
Shot
creature.
him in the jaw.
You
Well, I shot him
also
in both jaws.
you also managed to get the you managed to skin the leathery wing.
Okay.
And so the one wing that was left, you get all of that because of your 20.
Dragon leather.
Okay.
Thank you, my good sir.
All right. So you're watching them do this. Hemo's over there resting. Milo, what are you? If they do this for 10 or 15 minutes, would you just sit there quietly in the hiding until they're gone? What's your plan? As your character realizes their captor has been destroyed and is being basically parted out for good for resale.
Wow.
Wait, how long?
Smells are raining in here.
Yeah.
Starved or something?
You've been basically captive for a couple days, and you kind of were unconscious till just now. You woke up having been basically knocked out when you were taken captive, and you can feel yourself like you've got wounds and scratches that are scabbed and stuff like that. You're still hiding. You're just kind of breathing, realizing your captor's there, watching them do this thing, but you're not going to talk to them. Okay. Nora, what do you... So you get your 1 scale. There, continue. Anything else you'd want to do here?
No, we finished the mission.
Okay. So, Dave, after Hemo rests for a bit, what else would you do anything else after they've you watch them kind of do some, basically cleaning of a fish, but on the dragon's body? What would you do anything else?
I've got 7 high-quality scales, 2 high-quality teeth, and dragon wing leather.
I think it's time for us to head back to the inn.
Yeah. But we've traveled so far.
Well, that's right. We can't head back to the inn. We should go back to the ship at least.
Yo.
So
we
you guys
gotta
had
go
traveled
back to
about
the ship.
6 hours down into the cave. So
yeah, we should probably go back to the ship at least and make sure our ship is
I'm
still
noticing
there.
in the end by Lincoln
That our
Park.
Gator boys
you
did
told them if you don't hear from
I
us in 24 hours, get to safety or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't the whole reason we went on the ship over here to make sure that slaves didn't get deported to anyone else?
Right, and then coming to these people, they say they think they have information, and they've given you some of it, but they asked for help in return. So this is you helping them, is taking care of this.
So I guess we should go get information now since we helped in return. Let's go get the information we need from
We
him.
can show him the scales and the wing.
And prove to him that we did our destruction.
Okay, and so are you guys so just
destruction.
for next session, which hopefully will only be 2 weeks away.
Wow, 2 weeks.
It's summers.
Do you mean we can do faster?
Yeah.
Okay, we can,
Every day.
Let's see.
no more than 2 weeks.
No more than 2
So,
weeks.
so we should be good to say no more than 2 weeks, barring major catastrophes. Maybe
I'm
just
off
next
on
weekend.
Friday.
Oh, good point.
I'm working 4/10. So.
Good point.
I'm
So-
off on every day.
Okay, with that, so just to be clear, the plan for the party is you guys are going to basically just head back.
Nope, we're gonna actually go and meet the people who have asked us to help. So we gotta go meet them. Is that?
Head back up the cave to
Yes.
the people who sent you here.
It's probably a good idea to greet the actual people before looking like we're running off and escaping.
Well, we
Okay.
gotta go and find answers.
I just didn't know if there was anything else you
They
wanted.
weren't gonna give us any information until we kill the beast or help them. So we've helped them. Now let's go get the information we need.
And then I just wanted to make sure you guys weren't going to do anything else around these parts.
Yeah, we don't do these sort of things out of the kindness of our hearts.
Well,
It's just very transactional.
We need to go on our primary mission, which is making sure that we don't have any people being trafficked.
Okay.
I forgot.
I kind
I
of
completely
Hold
forgot
on
about
for
that.
hold
Thank
on
you
for a
for the
second.
reminder.
Yeah.
I was just taking the dragon because I'm like, dragon scales.
Yep.
I can make stuff out of this. I'm an artificer. It's my job.
Okay.
I make beautiful
Ooh, I would love some cool
chaos.
scale armor.
All right.
Or gloves
So
or
with
something.
that, we'll say we, you guys beat the bad guy, and you start heading back up the cave. Just so that we know what Milo's character would do, are you going to be following them, or are you going to be staying down here by yourself?
Do you exist? Do you want to exist?
Well, what would your character do either way? Whether you play it after that or not. Okay, like on her own? Okay. Alright. Well, cool. Then we'll call that good, and we will say until next time.